Good evening, everyone. Welcome. It's so wonderful to see everyone here on a Wednesday evening. I'm going to immediately hand over to Trish, who's going to introduce our two brand partners because she is Bonnie's upline. So, Trish, I'm going to hand over to you, and then we'll take it from there.
Sure. Thank you, Kim. Good evening, everybody. Lovely to have you on board, and welcome to this business launch for Bonny and Corynne, although they have been doing LifeWave for a short while now and both been very successful at it. It's lovely to have you here, and well done, ladies, for inviting them. Just to share a little bit of history with Bonny and Corynne, I met Bonny and Corynne, I think, when I was 12, and Bonny was probably 16 and Corynne 18. Because my sister married their brother, and David, the other brother, is also here. So it's really a family affair, and it's been amazing having, Bonny is my direct sponsor. I sponsored Bonny direct, and it's just been amazing to have them now part of a business family, which is incredible. And what I also found amazing on this Zoom call tonight, so Corynne is here. Now let's start the other way. Amanda's here and she sponsored Kim. Kim is here, she sponsored me. I'm here, I sponsored Bonny. Bonny's here, she sponsored Corynne. So it's such an incredible chain of the upline of what the business is all about. And Bonny, I know when she, let me give you a little bit of why I came into the business. So I joined LifeWave at the end of May this year, and basically with no knowledge of what the patches are all about. And I really went into it because I love being in business. I do have a full-time business at the moment, and this was like a side hustle. That's what I call it. And the biggest attraction was earning American dollars. I just thought going forward, when I'm 80, I can still be earning American dollars. So that was the huge attraction. Then came all the stories of hearing how people were being healed. And I use that word healed loosely because obviously it doesn't heal per se, but people recovering from chronic pain, chronic illnesses. And I think that's when the excitement started to build in me and the passion for it, because of, apart from earning dollars, we can help people around the world. So it's just a phenomenal business to be in. I love it. I love the community, and I really, really, I don't think I would ever turn my back on it. And yeah, then in this business, we need to bring in new partners to spread the word. And Bonny, I originally made contact with Bonny, and then she contacted me, and that's the end of the story. She joined, and that was it. So we have both Bonny and Corynne here. This is their business launch, and I'm going to hand over to Corynne just to introduce herself, why she decided to go into LifeWave, and also to share a little story, because I think she has got a great testimony of how patches have worked for her. So over to you, Corynne.
Thank you, Trish. Thank you to everybody, and thank you for coming. I joined LifeWave some 3.5, nearly 4 weeks ago. And I'm sure you will go away having learned so much about LifeWave and what it could do to make an enormous difference in your life. I would firstly like to say the support and love I have received from LifeWave itself, Amanda, my sister Bonny, and others, has surpassed all my expectations. Everybody's just been so amazing, and to you, Kim, as well. So I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. For those of you who know me, know that I've suffered with severe migraines, and for a large part of my life, I had whiplash as a young person, and it's just really my neck and everything. And I also have had 4 shoulder operations and a back operation. And even after doing a huge amount of rehabilitation, because I'm at the gym 6 times a week, I was still in a certain amount of pain and discomfort. I was introduced to the stem cell patches by my sister Bonny nearly a month ago, and I have to say that they have been nothing short of life-changing. When I feel a migraine coming on, I patch, and I can only say that the severe migraine has gone within 2 hours, 2.5. Previously, I was debilitated for at least a day or two. And that was together with taking pain medication, which played havoc with my stomach. So I got different meds from my doctor, and then that stopped working, and then I went on to Norflex Co, and I take about 4 every day, and I've done that for years because the pain was so incredible. And I made up my mind that when I joined LifeWave, I was not going to have another pill. And I'm very proud to say that I haven't had one. The patches have really worked for me. And if I am in pain, then I use the ice wave if it's really bad. But it hasn't been. It's been quite remarkable. And the other thing is I've had, this is the shoulder where I've had the one up, and I do aqua at the gym. So when I move my arm, I've had some pain here. And so I apply the ice wave and I haven't had any pain. It's just stopped. So it's really, really worked for me. Many people have said when I tell them about my headaches, but I don't get headaches. So I must reiterate that these patches are obviously not only for headaches and not only for pain. There are numerous other benefits, which are too many to mention in a short period of time. However, I can honestly say that these patches are giving me a better quality of life. I just want to mention my husband. He's up at 4 in the morning, off to the gym or cycling or rowing on the bay at 74. And then he's sitting at his desk in Morningside. He's a lawyer and still working. And he doesn't sleep very well. So I started patching him. And 2 nights ago, he had the longest REM sleep that he can ever remember. So that has really been a revelation. So I'm just so thrilled about that, because waking up so early and working so hard all day, comes home at about 5:30, and is absolutely exhausted, and then has broken sleep during the night. If you can relate to any issues of any sort, I'm certain after hearing Amanda and Kim tonight, you will be as excited as I am. I can't wait to share more of my story and tell you more about these patches, and to hear from you all in time about how you are experiencing a better quality of life. And I hope I can help you with that. That's me. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see many of you soon.
Well done. Lovely, Corynne. Well done. Well done. It was excellent. I love your stories. And now over to Bonny, who I have to say has been nothing short of remarkable since she joined LifeWave. So Bonny, over to you.
Thank you, Trish. That was my sister talking. I call her Tot. So Tot, I just want to say that I am so proud of you. You spoke beautifully. And it's just so rewarding for me to hear how these patches have helped you. You know, as long as I can remember, every time we talk and I say, how are you? Corynne always says, oh, Bon, I'm in so much pain. My neck's so sore and my shoulder's so sore and I've got such back pain and my glutes are sore. Or else she says that she's got one of her debilitating migraines. And those migraines mean being in bed for 2 days, sometimes having to have Voltaren injections, and to hear her now not being on painkillers, because as we know, you know, that's so bad. It's just so rewarding. So well done. I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
So my name is Bonny Lindsay, and I would like to welcome my guests onto the call, and in fact, all the guests and all the brand partners. It's just so good to be on the Zoom call with you. I know that your time is precious, so I really appreciate that. I'm on a little bit of a emotional roller coaster with this business. I was approached by a friend of mine 2 years ago, and for 2 years, she constantly, persistently spoke to me about LifeWave. And for 2 years, I wouldn't look at a video. I didn't want to know. And then 2 years later, Trish contacted me and said, have you heard about LifeWave? And I said, I have, and I don't want to do LifeWave. Unfortunately, one of my faults is I'm very close-minded.
Categorically, she stated, I'm not interested. Categorically, she stated, yes. I'm not interested.
Yes, thank you. I did. And I think one of the reasons was because, thank the Lord, I actually don't have any health issue other than I do have some osteoporosis. So I thought, why would I want to go into the patches? But I must mention that my friend who'd spoken to me for all those months, she couldn't walk. She had virtually no quality of life. She was sitting at home, and if she tried to go anywhere, it would just be around the house with a walker. She couldn't go out as such. Her knees were so bad, they were actually inoperable. And she is now walking now without her walker. And I just kept on saying, I'm just so happy for you. But after about 3 weeks after Trish had spoken to me, I thought, I must just keep an open mind. So I just want to say to all of you, just try and keep an open mind. Don't do what I did. So I met with Trish, and I also feel that I can trust Trish, and I knew that Trish would tell me the truth. So as I sat down with Trish and Merle, the first thing I said was, I've got 2 questions. First of all, do these patches really work? And secondly, I really need to know that this company is stable and that it's ethical and it's an honest company. Those are very important things to me. Anyway, when I had previously spoken to my friend, I said, look, if I'm ever going to do this, what is your cheapest option? And she said, it's about 3,500 Rand. I said, oh my goodness, I'm not going to spend 3,500 Rand. That's so much money. Anyway, so after talking to Trish and Merle, I ended up spending 10,600 Rand because I believe what they were telling me. And in fact, I was fighting back the tears. And I realized that there are so many people who are in pain, who are suffering. And, all my life, I had wanted to be a nurse. All my life, I've loved helping people. And I just thought, this is a way that I can help people. This is a vehicle that can enable me to help them. So I joined up and I came away 80% sure that these patches worked, but I still had a niggle. And I said to my children, if these patches really do what people say they will do, as long as I have breath in me, I will tell every single person that I come into contact with about these patches. But if I ever think that they don't work, I will never open my mouth again. My name is at stake here. My reputation is at stake here. And I want the truth. So I'd heard about a pharmacy in Watercrest that had been stocking the patches for about a year. So I asked to speak to the owner, who is a pharmacist. And I said, Pauline, my name is Bonny. I did join a week ago. So I just want to say up front that there's nothing in this for you. But would you mind if I ask you some questions? And I said exactly that. I said, I just need to know without a shadow of a doubt that these patches work. Well, I was so emotional and I was in tears. The stories that they told me, I actually flew out of that pharmacy. I was on cloud 9. For me, it's just the most unbelievable miracle. It's just like I've woken up from this incredible dream. It's like, how can this actually be? It's unbelievable. So a couple of things she told me, and she spoke to me for an hour and a quarter. A couple of things she said was her sister Ange, who she then called through to chat to me, had been treating a patient in hospital who had muscular dystrophy, and he was given 11 days to live. They said, get your papers in order. You've got 11 days. It's now 4 months. He is alive and well. When Ange went to go and visit him, his wife said, show Ange what you can do. And he picked up his hand and he said, I can scratch my head now. Well, I tell you, my Kathy was saying, don't cry, Mum, don't cry. And my tissues were coming out. And then Ange herself was due to have a knee replacement. And her friend said, before you do that, please just have coffee with me and let me patch you. So they sat down, her friend patched her. After an hour and a half, she got up and she walked out, and her friend said, Ange, you are not limping. And Ange said, and I don't have any pain. And to this day, she's never had that knee replacement. So here am I now with my notes. You know, I say that I don't have health conditions, but I said to my daughter, can you sit on the bottom step of your staircase? So she said, of course I can, Mum. So she sat down and she sprung up again. And I said, but I can't. So she said, but of course you can't. You're 70. So I said, no, but it's not right. I should still be able to do that. So every time I go to gym, I sit down on that bottom step. I've got about 10 people doing this little exercise with me as well. A couple of the men can get up. Most of us ladies can't get up. So what is happening? Our bodies are not only aging, mine is aged. And also, at about 2:30 in the afternoon, I could barely keep my eyes open. I would get so sleepy, I'd have to go and have a little nap. So I'd almost be after 4 o'clock in the afternoon, don't talk to me. I've hit a wall. I can't communicate anymore. I'm finished for the day. I can honestly tell you now, and there's no other way to say it other than my energy levels have seriously gone through the roof. I can wake up at 5. I can actually start working. I can work till 8 o'clock at night. I can watch TV till 10 o'clock at night. I'm like a little spring chicken. And also, I put my head down at night. And I used to wake up a couple of times during the night. Now, when I wake up, I have got zero recollection of anything that happened during the night. So I must be in the deadest, deepest sleep. And I'm so happy to say that I can now remember things. I was beginning to forget words. So although I said I don't have a health condition, I was aging. And you know, they say old age isn't for sissies. I go one step further and say old age is actually wicked. I help out at an old age home with our church once a month, and it is heartbreaking to see those people. So the conclusion that I've come to is that modern medicine keeps us alive, but at what cost? I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be alive, but I can't walk, I can't talk, I can't understand, I can't think. I don't want to be like that. And for me, what is life-changing is that we can be 70 or we can be 80 and our bodies can still be young. You know, when a child is born, we know they have so much energy and they heal so quickly. When we get older, we lose a lot of that energy and we don't heal as quickly. And I remember I always said I never saw my own dad as old until he reached the age of 75. And then he declined rapidly. And he passed away at the age of 81. So little babies and children, they grow so beautifully and rapidly. But when we reach a certain age and our stem cells have gone, that's what it is, we decline very rapidly. So this rejuvenates those stem cells. It's giving us back the fountain of youth. I mean, how exciting is that? Isn't it? Isn't it? I mean, just think about that we don't have to grow old, being all decrepit and losing our minds and, not being able to walk. We can have this incredible quality of life for as long as who knows when. So I would like to thank everyone for listening to me. And I hope that you feel as excited and as hopeful about your future as I feel about mine. And please, let's not keep this to ourselves. Let's go out and tell the rest of the world this incredibly exciting news. Thank you.
Well done, Bonnie. You should take to the stage. You are so good. Well done. We need to get an auditorium filled with like 2,000 people and put Bonnie on the stage and she can go for it. I love it. The thing I took out of that, Bonnie, was right at the end. Modern medicine keeps us alive, but at what cost? That is huge, huge, huge. I love it. So well done, ladies. You were both amazing. And Kim, I think it's over to you.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Bonnie and Corynne. I'm so happy that we're having this business launch. And without further ado, not that we can say much more, I think the presentation is just going to add to what you both said. I will head into the presentation with the product side for everyone who's seen this for the first time, and then Amanda will take over for the second part of the presentation. We'll just wait to get the full screen and then I'll move ahead. I have my own story too, but I think we'll move ahead with the presentation today. Okay, so everyone, we always start with, have you been patched yet? As you've heard, some people have been patching for just a short while. Some people have been patching like me for maybe 4 or 5 months. Other people a lot longer, and maybe you haven't started patching yet. But it's all about elevating, activating, and regenerating your stem cells. Now, you can't talk about LifeWave and X39 without talking about David Smith. He truly is a phenomenal guy. I can't wait to meet him one day. He's got over 160 patents now, I think. He's a scientist and inventor, and he specializes in age reversing. As you heard Bonnie talking about us aging, he specializes in age reversing. And in 2008, he really started focusing on stem cell research. And this recent patent, X39, took 10 years and $4.5 million to bring to market. Nothing to be sneezed at. It is patented technology, so they really have gone through all the hoops. They've ticked all the boxes. There are loads of clinical trials. You can't get a patent very easily. But also the patent, what's important is it must be able to do what it says. For example, some of it embodiments as a result of elevating copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, elevation of antioxidants, and a whole lot more. And the last word there, improved wound healing. You'll see the most amazing pictures of improved wound healing. It's incredible, actually. So it's a wonderful patent. And just by the way, we've still got 16 years left of that patent. So why the X39 stem cell activation patch? As Bonnie said, the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. She said it so well. Hundreds of millions of people are experiencing symptoms of aging around us. And by the age of 30, I mean, I just find this fascinating. Only half our stem cells are active. We still have them, but they're not active, they're dormant. And by the age of 60, we lose almost all stem cell activity and we age and become decrepit, as Bonnie was saying. So how does the X39 work? It's a proprietary form of phototherapy. Everyone, this is all about phototherapy. It's a patented nanocrystal technology, so small little crystals, and it really uses the light of your body. It reflects the light of your body to activate the process. It's non-transdermal, no drugs or stimulants, and non-invasive. No transplants, no injections, none of that. It's just a patch. Okay, so the benefits, Bonny and Corynne talked about this, but let's just quickly highlight them. The increased strength, reduced inflammation, which is huge because everyone nowadays, inflammation is really causing very serious diseases. Increased stamina, as we heard, energy and vitality off the roof, myself as well. The mental clarity, just focus, being able to decide easily and quickly, not forgetting words. Restored muscle or skeletal conditions. Improvement of sleep, as Bonny said, and myself as well, many of us here, and then improves skin appearance. So some of us on the calls have been asked, have you had facelifts and things like that? Do you use Botox? This is one of the really nice side effects, improvements of using the patch. But it is important, everyone, just to state that it really achieves optimal health, a state of complete, not only physical, mental and social well-being. But we do not intend to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition, but we can say that it can definitely improve your life. So nowadays, which is just wonderful, you can literally take photographs of what's happening in your brain. Where this 77-year-old woman, she was a participant in one of the trials, and they placed X39 on the back of her neck. So if you can see in session 1, before the X39, that's what her brain looked like. Complete inflammation in the brain, lack of brain coherence. Just 3 weeks later, so she was on the patch for 3 weeks in session 2. Look at the photograph. There's no more red or sort of orange yellow, no more inflammation, and improved brain coherence. And then in session 3, so this is only after 6 weeks on X39, from that session 1 to session 3, complete turnaround, better brain coherence. So it can be noted that when she came into the session, her brain was hyperactive, but then her brain calmed down dramatically by session 2. And I think what's really important here is that after session 3, her brain remained calm after wearing the patch after 6 weeks. So the long-term results of X39, if you haven't seen the site yet, you can write it down or take a screenshot. This is itinfo.com, a fantastic site. I haven't even begun to touch the beginnings of it yet. But if you want to love research, want to read up the case studies, clinical trials, know more about X39, that's your go-to site. So in the first few days only, 4,000 genes begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced, as we saw in the previous slide. That's really real. That really happened. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased, which is vital because collagen is the most important protein for healing for all parts of the body. Your body needs collagen to heal. And then within 6 months, they've also done trial studies on this with a group of, I think, 15 people. The heart reverses in age, and up to, in 6 months, your heart can reverse in age up to 8 years. So it's not anti-aging, it's age reversing, as David Schmidt says. Easy peasy. How do you wear X39? You just take your patch, you wear your patch 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Okay, you must take it off after 12 hours to repair and rejuvenate. Then you throw the patch away, or we can also tell you how else to use the patch. And then the next morning, you put the patch on again and repeat. You can wear more than one patch at a time. I won't go into it now, but we do have other patches. But X39 is the patch that regenerates your stem cells. It is important to stay hydrated, drink plenty of water and electrolytes, because our body is 70% water, and because of the phototherapy, we need the water to actually activate the process. So X39 really, it's just so sophisticated, it blows your mind, but it's actually quite simple to explain. And as you can already hear, the testimonies of X39 are really life-changing and emotional. I actually got quite emotional when Bonny and Corynne were talking. Sometimes I have to stop myself because I just want to cry, because it really is emotional. It's changing people's lives. kids' lives, kids that were paralyzed almost from birth, things like that. So I'm going to open it up to anyone. Amanda, it seems like you have another story to tell us, and then anyone else who has a testimony.
Thanks, Kim. Yes, I've got a niece, a cousin in Australia, and she started on she got the patches, but it's been difficult because she's got the patches that didn't start using it. But her husband is a type 1 diabetic, and he's got a cyst on his liver. He's really not well. She says he can only sit where he sits. He cannot even get up and get himself a cup of coffee. So at lunchtime, she's got to drive home, get him some food and things like that. So he's not doing well. And then she started patching him a few days after she got the patches. And then she started saying to me, he's really so much stronger. And then she's saying he can't believe how good he's feeling and how he's in much less pain. And this morning she called me and she said, type 1 diabetic. And after a few days, he felt very dizzy. And she said, listen, maybe you should check your insulin. And he's down after 10 days from 35 units to 26 units on a type 1 diabetic. So I'm just blown away, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen after 20 days and 30 days and 60 days. So I'm very, very excited about that.
It's amazing. It's just so miraculous. You almost can't believe it, but you see it before your very eyes. You have to believe it. It's incredible. Does anyone else
tell us about your dogs, please?
Oh, and please,
okay.
Amanda, please also tell us
I will
about
tell
your
my
experience
story.
with COVID. Thank you.
Just very quickly, everyone, because thank you for that, Amanda. I see Ruth. They have 2 doggies, and you know me and doggies. So my 2 doggies are Ruth and everyone else. I've got 2 dogs. Tao is almost 15, and Miracle is 5. And so this is what I meant by there are other uses for the patches, because the patches generally have about, I think, 18 hours of shelf life, but we must only patch for 12 hours. So when I take my patches off, guess what I do? I patch the doggies. So I just put it on the inside of their collar, and it's incredible. Because Tao, he was struggling to jump up on the chair and jump into the car. When you see them struggle, they're getting a little bit older, that kind of thing. And my neighbor Nita, sometimes when I can't make it, she walks them. And she was saying that she actually can't believe it, because sometimes we can't see it ourselves. But now it's almost like Tao's walking her instead of, her walking him. And he's just, I mean, even the vet is so impressed. He's the little patient that she's so proud of, because he just looks so amazing. You can see a complete turnaround. Miracle's only 5, but I still patch her because we want longevity and long life. But I also wanted to share, so if you love animals, and also if you love plants, which I do, you can also put the patches on your plants, because it's all about phototherapy. So if you have a plant that's dying, go and check it out and put it on your plant and see what happens. But very quickly, everyone, I want to share something. A gentleman contacted me a couple of weeks ago. He had heard about me and the patches. He's in Durban. And it seems like after COVID, his mom all of a sudden got dementia and Alzheimer's, just like overnight. And it seemed very bad. He kept on talking about, all the things that happened with that, but also she was having episodes every day. I'm not sure what the episodes meant. But anyway, we talked, and he ordered X39. I chatted to him today, and he just said, this is when you get emotional. He said, I am so grateful. He said the turnaround in his mom after 3 weeks is incredible. His friends came through today, and they would never guess that she has dementia. She recognizes him. He says she still has episodes at the moment. This is after 3-4 weeks, but they only happen once a week and maybe for 2 hours, and then it corrects itself. I'm not sure what the episode is. So I just said to him, just keep on patching, keep on drinking water, and we'll talk in another 3 or 4 weeks. So that's my share for today.
That's awesome. I wonder if there's somebody else here that would like to share. I'm looking at somebody whose picture he's not live. I hope he'll get the Bonny skimp. And hopefully he'll tell us how he started and what happened when he started.
That Quentin?
Not saying any name, hoping. Okay, maybe he's not ready. All right. Anybody else? Can I go on with my presentation? Okay. My name is Amanda, and I'd like to tell you how I started with LifeWave. I was like Bonnie, very skeptical. I heard about it and I thought, oh, this is a lot of nonsense. This little patch can't do anything. I didn't listen to it. But then in March, I got COVID and I got very, very sick. And I was in bed for 4 weeks. And by then I could still not get out of my bed. I couldn't get in front of my computer. I worked for myself and I couldn't earn an income because I couldn't get out of bed. And I tried, and obviously I drank medication, nothing helped anyway. And at one stage I said to my husband, please just come walk with me because I'm so tired of the house, you know, after 4 weeks not being able to get out of the house, just come and walk with me. And after 100 meters, I was out of breath. After 150 meters, and this was walking downhill. After 150 meters, my heart wanted to jump out of my chest, was doing this. And that's a very scary place to be. I was quite fit at that stage before I got sick. And suddenly I couldn't even walk 150 meters and I still had to walk back uphill. And it was really a scary place to be. And then my sister, who had by then started with LifeWave, but I didn't listen to her. I was irritated with her because she decided to do LifeWave. Anyway, and she sent me some patches. And the Saturday morning, I put the patch, the back of my neck, and immediately my head there could be some detox happening, but my head went, I couldn't even think, my head went thick. But half an hour later, my eyes was just skew like that. I couldn't stay awake. And I decided to sleep. And when I woke up 2 hours later, there was nothing wrong with me. Nothing. Now, of course, I didn't believe it. I didn't think it could be possible. I thought maybe I just slept. And so I didn't trust that. But Sunday we went to church and I walked very slowly because I didn't want that heart thing to happen. I was very scared of hurting my heart, but I was fine. And the Monday, I thought, I'm going to check this and see if I can walk 150 meters again. Now, we live on a very mountainous farm. And I went with my dog and we walked 1.5 kilometers without any problem. I couldn't believe it. I could probably have walked even further than that. And 4 days later, when I looked on my watch, I'd already walked, 9,000 steps. This was incredible. And by then I had already decided to do the business and I had some of the IceWave patches with me, paint patches. And with a lot of fear in my heart, I started patching people. I patched 3 people over that weekend. And we had these miraculous, what we call one patch wonders. People just with migraine, people with a neck problem, an older lady with a back problem. And, you know, when the eyes start just like, what's happening? I can't believe what's happening. It's the most incredible thing. And as Bonnie was saying, for the last 6-7 months, I've been crying so much because it's the most amazing thing. If you can help somebody who is so desperate and have tried everything, and suddenly you put a patch on them, it doesn't make sense, but it works. And this is just what I want to do. I just can't stop telling people. We've got a lot of us have got something that we call LifeWave insomnia because we just can't stop thinking of everybody that we want to help. You can't keep quiet. I'm the one that talks most of everybody because I just can't. I'm just so excited about this whole opportunity and changing people's lives. I'm very grateful for that. Okay, so I'm going to go over, do the screen sharing, and we can talk about the company and the business opportunity. And then we'll have a moment where we can also ask questions and talk a little bit privately and informally. All right. So just get to the next screen. Kim, can I just go on? Okay. So all the things that we were talking about, doctors' interviews, research, things like that, you can all find it on this website, www.thisisitinfo.com, and we'll share about that later again. But let's go on. And let me just tell you, when I decided to get involved with LifeWave, I think the same as with Bonnie and a few other people, you know, you think, oh, isn't this just a fly-by-night, something I've never heard about it before? You know, I don't want to go into a company and they're just going to not be there in a year's time. But then I found that this company is already 20 years old. It hasn't been in South Africa that long. And I think that's why a lot of us don't know, haven't heard about this before. But this company was a $20 million company. But then in 2021 or 2020, the X39 stem cell patches came onto the market, and then everything just exploded. You can see here in the stats in 2022, the company was a $320 million company, 430 million in 2023, and in 2024 we are strongly on our way to a $600 million company. This is crazy. You'll see a little bit later on about the momentum and how strong this company is. We are already open in more than 80 countries. And the big thing, I think, with this is it's not a Me Too product, because a lot of these products, especially in multi-level network marketing, there's amazing companies, amazing products, but there are so many of them. And when people start struggling financially, it's easy to go to another product that's cheaper and you really struggle in your business. But with this company, as Kim was saying, we still have 16 years of the patent left. In other words, we are the only people that can produce, that market anything like this. Nobody else can do it. So this is just really an awesome place where our company is, and we are what the difference that we can make in other people's lives and in our own lives financially. So LifeWave is now ranked as the #1 momentum company in the world. And this is by a company called businessforhome.org. And you can see the growth that's been in this company. The momentum is just crazy. And they call us well, everybody just loves this company because the momentum is so great. And I think the ethical and the truth and, you know, the heart of this company, it's just really wonderful. So a lot of you came here to support Bonny and Corynne today. But my question for you is, what is the most important thing in your life at the moment? Is it family? Is it time? What would you like different in your life? Maybe time freedom, security. Maybe you would like to travel. Most of us want better health, definitely less debt. And people are here for different reasons. What is your reason? Why are you here today? So let's talk about the compensation plan. Before I even get to this slide, I just want to explain there are different ways that you can earn an income with LifeWave, and there are different reasons why people join and register with a company. So the first way that you can earn an income is with retail. Very easy. You don't have to carry any stock. The moment you join the company, you get your own website. And if somebody wants to buy from you, you give them your website. They buy online from you. They put in their address, their name, their banking details, and LifeWave will deliver the products at their home, and they will just give you the profit that you're making. It's a 5-minute process. You don't have to carry any stock. The second way is you can become a preferred customer. We talk now about earning the commission. So the second way is when you join people into your team, you will get a product introduction bonus, and that is by helping people to get the best price that they can get. The third way is when you join people into your team, it's very easy. Sometimes it's so simple that people don't understand it, but you only have a left leg and a right leg. You join people into your team on the left or right leg, and that way, as they order, you will get certain amount of points, and if you get these enough points, you will earn a cycle bonus of $50. And this is so easy. And what I love about it, it's not just you building on into your team, it's everybody in the team. Everything that grows is going to build up to the points that you need to get the cycle bonus. And on your one leg, you will build with your sponsor, and the other leg you're going to build on your own. But your sponsor, the person who invited you here, will explain. There's no time, not enough time to explain it in detail. But what you would like to do, you would like to become a manager. That is having 2 people on the left side, 2 people on the right side. Your sponsor will explain that to you, because that is opening up your team commissions, and you can earn up to $25,000 a week. Now, I don't know about you, but I can make a living on that amount of money. Then there's a fourth way that you can earn an income, and that's the matching bonuses. And what's great with this is this helps you. If we help the people in our team to become successful, we even get paid for that as well. So let's take an example. Kim is in my first line. I joined her brought her into the business. If Kim earns $1,000 with cycle bonuses, I will get 25% of everything that she earns. Doesn't take the money from her. This is the extra that the company will pay me. And this happens in your second line and in your third line. And it's just amazing to see. I cannot tell you the joy in my heart every time that I see Kim has earned a cycle bonus, or Trish has earned a cycle bonus, or Bonnie has earned a cycle bonus, because then I know they are happy, they are successful, their dreams are being fulfilled. But I also get paid for that, because I help them to grow into that. And that is what's part of the success of the company. Everybody helps everybody to grow and to be successful. So how do you start with LifeWave? You're going to start where you fit in. So most people to start ideally would be on the brand partner option, and there are different options. I call it buying in bulk, because if you start on the core option, you're going to start with 3 sleeves of X39. We're just talking about the X39 now, and you're going to get it for $295. So it's a little bit cheaper than the normal price of $100 per sleeve. But look at the options when you go to the advanced option. $535, but you're going to get 6 sleeves of X39. So now you're going to pay $535 instead of $600. And then for the serious entrepreneur, it's going to be $1,750, but you're going to get 20 sleeves. So instead of paying $2,000, you're only going to pay $1,750. But don't get overwhelmed with this. You start where you can. If you only start with 1 sleeve of X39, that's fine. The X39 is the most important product, the most important batch. That's the king of kings. And but your sponsor will be helping you with that, with the options. And if you want to do the business, it's important that you stay active. Like in any business, you cannot have a business if you don't have stock. So you can start on 1 sleeve subscription or 2 sleeves subscription, but the person who invited you will explain more to you. So what is nice is that you don't have to wonder what's going on. There are websites, and your sponsor is going to be there. We are here. The Zoom calls are there. You always have the great support. But your first website that you can look at, and you can also give this to other people to look at, is thisisit.info.com. And then once you join, you can go onto this website, thisisit.team.com, where you will learn how to run your business, how to earn an income. Maybe you don't want to do a big business. Maybe you just want to help other people, give them some, get some stock to them and help them to get better health results. And maybe you just want to get some income so that you can buy your own products. And it doesn't matter whether you want to go big, whether you just want to go small. Maybe you just want some get the products at the discounted price. It doesn't matter. You are welcome, and the person who invited you will help you with that. So now is your time to make your move. The question is, are you serious about your dream? Whatever it is, it could be that you maybe want to travel. Maybe you want to go on holidays. Maybe you want to be more healthy. Maybe you want some time with your family. Maybe you just want health for your whole family. This is your time now. There's hope for you. You can reach your dream. And the answer is starting with X39. That is so easy. I love it. You just tell your story, get people on a Zoom call, get patched, and Bob is your uncle. So I'm just going to stop the sharing here. And I am going to say thank you to everybody that was here. Thank you to Bonnie and Corynne. Thank you to every single guest that was here supporting them. And I'm going to stop the recording now, but afterwards, this is just to make it small enough so that we can share the recording afterwards. But as soon as we are finished to stop the recording, then we are going to have just general time, informal time. We can ask questions and we will be here. So just stop it.